Hello, my lovely inkblots, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about some manga that I recently picked up on a trip to the bookstore. For Christmas, I got a very loaded Barnes & Noble gift card, so of course I had to go pick up some new titles. Hopefully I'll eventually be able to use these trips as tax write-offs, but until then, gift cards work. Anyway, I'm not sure if they started stocking more LGBTQ+ manga or if I have some sort of book gaydar now, but it was really fun looking through everything. It seemed like everywhere I looked there was some sort of LGBTQ+ title, and I hadn't even heard of most of them before. I spent roughly $80 on all of these, and I am really excited to read them and share what I think, but for now I want to go over my first impressions and what I was able to find out about them. Okay, so the first manga that I picked up on this trip is called At 30, I Realized I Had No Gender. It is actually an autobiographical manga, much like Until I Meet My Husband, but it instead focuses on the author's experiences with exploring their gender rather than their sexuality. This manga was written and illustrated by Shoarai and published by Tokyopop, and it's also different from Until I Meet My Husband because it's supposed to take a more comedic approach to addressing LGBTQ+ issues, experiences, and the culture around gender in Japan. In other words, this manga is going to be a much more lighthearted read, and I am very excited to check it out. I'll probably read it along with another series that I picked up a while back and haven't started, and it's called Until I Love Myself, which also focuses on gender-related experiences, especially those of the non-binary variety. At first glance, they give off similar vibes, so I can't wait to see how they'll pair together or if they're drastically different from each other. The next title that I picked up is actually a 3-volume manga series, and usually when I run into those, I only pick up the first volume, see how I like it, and then kind of go from there, but this time I ended up picking up all 3 volumes in one go. This manga seems to be a bit more of a serious one, especially with the information that's shared on the back covers, but the title is Last Gender, When We Are Nameless. It's written and illustrated by Rei Taki and published by Kodansha, and on top of that, it seems like this series details different queer experiences that happen at a bar in California, and the last volume seems to focus on the bar owner herself. As I mentioned before, I grabbed all 3 volumes, which I normally don't do, but I figured it would be a really interesting read. Also, the series is rated 18+, which is part of the reason why I won't show the cover of the 3rd volume on my channel, even if things are covered. Reading the summaries on the back of these volumes has already taught me some new things, such as the term lithromantic, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the entire manga details and the new perspectives it might show me. Of course, I also had to get my fair share of BL manga while I was at Barnes & Noble. Another title that I picked up, called My Summer Review, is another 3-volume manga series, but I only picked up the first volume. From what I've gathered, this manga was written by Nagisa Furuya and published by Kodansha, and it's basically your run-of-the-mill high school BL. This one, however, features students who are into films and follows them on a trip that they take to visit the places that were featured in one of their favorite films. Over the course of the trip, one of the boys has to come to terms with their feelings for the other after being confessed to. Honestly, this manga seems really cute, and for some reason it gives me similar vibes to I Hear the Sunspot. Maybe it's just the cover, but I look forward to seeing how it develops. The last title that I picked up is called Cut Over Criteria, and I'm not gonna lie, I read this one the night I bought it. This manga is written and illustrated by Koala Omugi, and from what I can tell, it's her only work published by Tokyopop. On her author page on Tokyopop, I didn't see anything else come up, although she has been credited for working on 1 or 2 more manga, and I'll get into why I looked into that specifically here in a second. But it's rated 18+ and very spicy, which made me very surprised that it wasn't plastic wrapped in the store. Cut Over Criteria is a manga that focuses on a workplace relationship between 2 software engineers, one of which sees everything in terms of programming. Basically, the head of the programming department gets asked out by one of his younger coworkers, and eventually they end up forming a relationship. Now, the reason why I checked to see what other things this particular mangaka worked on was because as I was reading, I noticed the art was improving massively. The art improves so much throughout this manga, and the covers do not do it justice. I plan on reviewing this one on my channel soon, and I look forward to talking about what I liked and disliked about the standalone manga. Anyway, that is all the manga that I got in this haul. If you'd like to see me review these manga individually on my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing and maybe check out my other manga reviews. I would really appreciate it. Also, have you read any good LGBTQ+ manga recently? Feel free to leave me a recommendation in the comments, and I will look for it the next time I go book shopping. I still have a bit more money on my gift card. Hopefully, I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!